Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo! Hey there, Star Trek Fleet Command fans. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be taking a look at officer traits a little bit more in-depthly than we did in the previous videos. Remember in the first video where we talked about this is patch 34 coming out and we went over the different things in that patch. We mentioned away teams, and then we did a video talking about the importance of away teams. I said a new video would have to happen to kind of break down, here's what you really should focus on. We gave you a couple things in the initial one, but instead of just saying, hey, here's 3 officers or 4 officers or 5 officers, whatever, to focus on, because you can focus on 10 of 10 and Gorkon and Sharvanik and Eurydice and find success doing that. Even some of the traits that only appear once or twice, like Jean-Luc Picard is the only officer that has archaeologist. Is that something you should focus on, though? Because obviously it's very difficult to get Picard to a high level, and that means him limited in your gameplay, maybe even limited in your away team's play. So what we've done, and no credit needs to be given to anybody except for Rev Deuce. Nobody worked on this except for me. There's nobody at all. I can't think of a single name who did any work. At the top left where it says Stewie Doo, ignore that. That's fake. Here, we fix that real quick. Ah, there we go. Now it looks better. This doesn't look better. Yeah, that's a big improvement, right? Anyway, shout out to Stewie Doo and the Officer Tool that you've actually seen me make videos and do content with for a long time now. And this is edition 1.7. And you'll see a lot of new things in this if you haven't used the Officer Tool in a while, or if you're completely new. Essentially what this is this is the source. This is the sheet to use if you're wanting to have optimal officer play, understand how it works, and then also put it into a format, because I am not a spreadsheet guy. I hate spreadsheets. But not only is it aesthetically pleasing, look at it. It's just so nice looking, but it's also very intuitive, with everything being pretty much what it looks like. You want to see what every officer looks like max? Well, you click the button and then see what their max stats are. You'll unclick that button. These are all my individual traits for my particular account. So I can have the bonuses appear if I select a ship and say, hey, we're going to crew up the, I don't have about you. We're going to crew up the Burrell right now. I can see my bonuses. I can start putting officers on the bridge. So I put 5 of 10 up there. You can see how that populates the fields. And then I get 5 of 10, but the 5 of 10 I'm getting is the version that has all the bonuses. So if you look below, you'll see different numbers sometimes than what you're seeing above, depending on how you're doing the bonuses. Because if we click this, then it'll be different. And then we click this to apply. Fantastic. But anyway, all the Officer Tool aside, many of you may not have seen this yet. And obviously it's a very good tool that can be very useful to you, and it's a free service. It's an Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheets. And by the way, I'm going to say this out there because Stewie's been looking for some help, and we've looked kind of internally. But if you're interested in helping with a web app version, kind of like we have STFC.space, but doing a web version of this, we could use your help. We're looking at wanting to go into that realm. We've already, these sheets are great, but I think if we had an easy web app where people could input their data and save it, that'd be great too. If you're interested, hit us up. So anyway, we're taking this to the next level, where traits has become, in my opinion, maybe one of the most important mechanics in the game. But it's all about understanding how it works and when to utilize it. So once you see here, I've got all the officers put in. These are all my officers. I went through, they're my levels, my ranks. And I go through my migration to do that. For those who haven't seen it, there's also preset crews in here. So let's say that I wanted to run an anti-auger and ROM Sharvanik crew. Well, here it gives me a basic anti-crew. So we do have some crew presets in there for armadas, like 5-6 Con, explaining how they work. So we have a preset crew section that I have not made a video on, but there you go, like a base cracking enterprise crew, Con Joaquin Kirk, something that you may have seen me run in, the game. But we also now have the away missions and traits feature, which I know is what most of you are here to see, because that's the name of the video. And the point of this is to simply give you the here's how we go through the traits. Now remember, epic officers have 3 traits. Rare officers have 2 traits, and uncommons have 1, and commons have none. So every away mission, like Address the High Council, has 4 that you have to fill. And what this tool now is allowing you to do is see what fills those various slots, because some traits have multiple owners and some traits do not. So, for example, address the High Council, which is one of the Klingon missions that pays out Klingon credits for the critical reward. And why is that so important, you ask? Because this is how you're going to pay for those expensive 4-star ships. These traits are going to help lessen that cost and lessen that grind by doing these every day. So let's look. Gorkon is here. Gorkon's here, and Gorkon's here. So we see that of the 4 traits, Gorkon is a perfect match for this particular mission. Then we can also compare, okay, now that I know Gorkon's common, look, 5 of 10, 6 of 10, those are pretty common with Relentless and Ruthless. But let's look at other missions. In fact, what we'll do is we'll swap back to the game real quick. Power of the internet. Look at this. Whoosh. Look at that. Whoosh. Sound effects provided by Rev Deuce. Just like this spreadsheet. So if you look here in the back, you see these various ones, but let's take a look at Peace Treaty, which this is an epic one, 5 days. I'm not sure how excited I am, but this is not necessarily the greatest one. But if we wanted to take a look at this, we would go down our list and look to see Peace Treaty. And then we would see what fits here. So it's an epic. It's a defense is the key stats, the primary rewards, and then epic rewards. The critical rewards can vary. See, right now I've got Crass. TNG data shards, the epic, is also a potential win there. That's one thing that we got to work out is the different rewards because they do vary. Like some of the ship rewards can sometimes just be a Klingon faction ship. They could be a Burrell. They could be a D4, and that varies by the mission and how it rotates. But anyway, all this to say, we can now go back to our sheet and see, okay, what works with that. And as I said here, the critical reward is listed as TNG data. That's because it rotates through epic officers. With me having Crass, I'm not real tempted to do a 5-day mission, but if I needed to, let's say it was TNG data, that's definitely worth going after and trying to find the best way to do that. So now I'm looking at officers again. What ones fill these slots? Kang. So I've talked about the Trinity officers, Marcus, Sharvin, and Kang being very, very important in the game. Well, I guess non-coincidentally, they've also been very important in traits where you're starting to see them appear in various ways. You see Sharvin, Kang, and Lorca have the leader trait, but the diplomat trait pretty rare. Kang is the only one. You don't want to use a Gonzalez for that because Gonzalez is an uncommon. But we're seeing Epic here, and now we know that we can use Epic, and he's got 2 of them. And now we're looking at finishing in these spots here. Now, Crass is one of the only ones that have got this trait, so not excited about that. But anyway, look here, Eurydice, Kirk, Huron, Rima, TOS Kirk, William T. Riker have the charismatic. Now, this is also going to pull from your own officer list. So if there are officers that you are missing, well, then obviously they're not going to pull up here in the list. Stewie can correct me if I'm wrong down below, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It pulls from your roster of what you can use. But you can see right here what is needed. And you can also do, if you come down here and you wanted to, you can choose to sort the traits to see who has what. So for example, I haven't even put the levels in my traits yet, but like my 10 of 10 is now at level 3 for assimilated, I believe. But you see Fluffy, the 10 of 10 is the only officer that has Fluffy. We can also come down and see, like if we went down to Jean-Luc Picard, I think he's in the P. P for Picard, or does he go for Jean-Luc? Does he do the J? I don't remember. Does it do J? It does do J. Jean-Luc is the only one with the archaeologist trait. You can go through all the different traits here that are listed. Shout out to everybody who's done the work to help put all this together, by the way. It is greatly appreciated. And you can also see them getting highlighted when you search or you sort right here. Now, this is alphabetical. Let me see if I sort my thing by... let's sort by... Yeah, we'll leave that alone for now. Anyway, come over here. You can see, and we can pick another mission. So let's say that we wanted to do... Battle of Training, obviously a Klingon one. Accelerated bioforming. Where's the one I'm looking for? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Not research and development. Not the archaeology trip. Smuggle cybernetics. Is that what I'm looking for? Yes, away team credits. And also the epic and payout officer shards. This is another one where you see Jory LaForge, Jayla, Mud, Carol, Jory LaForge, Stamets, Mud. Mud being somebody that comes up here a couple times with Smuggle Cybernetics. Something to look at for these ones that pay out away teams, but more importantly, pay out something in the end that is very, very good for you, which is officer shards. And that's the key here, is this is going to be a great way, once you level up these traits, to source officer shards, faction credits, and even ship blueprints. And that is why I love it so much. It's been a fantastic addition to the game that once you pinpoint what you need to go for, you're going to see a massive improvement to your ability to get things. Where right now you feel like there's bottlenecks for things like faction credits at times. And while this doesn't give me everything, like no independent credits in here yet, there are, of course, the Borg mission, the one for active nanoprobes. And guess who's perfect for the active nanoprobes mission? You got it, 10 of 10. All 3 of 10 of 10s. perfectly fitting that Borg mission that everybody loves so much and that you saw a screenshot of. So this was just to simply display the tool and how it works and how you can pick it up and use it for yourself. The link will be down in the comment section below, pinned at the very top, so that you can join the Discord if you haven't already and get this. If you need help with setting it up, please reach out to myself, Stewie Do, Lube, Wolf, Jay, anybody who's working on the project will be more than happy to help you out. And this is also a great group effort. I know I make the jokes that Rebs runs it and everything, but this is a great group effort where even the CCs from various parts contribute to this. It is a game-changing tool for you, and it's free. Now, if you want to donate, help out, that's also appreciated, but it's free, so check it out if you haven't already. Live long and prosper. Stay safe with the Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. And I want you to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And think about becoming a partner by joining with us on Discord. Because we love you. I don't even know what that means. But I love y'all. Bye-bye. That's a weird transition. But yeah, wrap up. Fancy intro music. Yeah.